gone are the days whereby nannies were considered to be a luxury, especially in today's fast-paced world and environment. Nannies have become a very integral part of families as we have evolved, as society has evolved to now, like it or not, that so many households are led by single parents. So nannies might be the best option to give that much needed help that a parent would need. And I would say also that the nanny might be that other constant in the children's life, especially for a single parent. And when I say single parent, sometimes people think that, oh, every single parent is a divorced parent. No, some people have lost their partners, or their husbands have died, their wives have died, and they've found themselves in that situation of being a single parent. And if one can afford to have a nanny, yes, then they should have one. But I would say that in the UK, I think most of you might not be aware, if you do employ a nanny and the nanny is registered with Ofsted, you would still get the same discounts as somebody who takes their child to nursery or who takes them to the childminder. The only difference is that from what I hear is like the government or the childcare scheme will pay 70% of your childcare costs, and this is up to 270. The only thing would be that if at all, as I said before in my previous videos, that nannies are very expensive, they charge a lot of money. But even if, let me say that you had a nanny who was helping you out for like 20 hours a week or 30 hours a week, and out of that, a big chunk of that was being paid for, 70% of that was being paid for, then a nanny could be a better option. And the other thing is, with all the other child care providers, like I said, there is nurseries, there is childminders, and then there is holiday clubs and after school clubs, where we have so many people who work in different environments. I would say, like for doctors, midwives and nurses or firefighters, they work very irregular shifts, they work early shifts, they work weekends. Nanny could be the best option. So if anybody says that nanny is a luxury, no, nanny isn't a luxury, because you could have a nanny staying over on the weekend, or a nanny could work up until 10 a.m. You could choose and ask nanny that, can you work maybe from 2 o'clock? They pick up the children and they stay with them. If you're a doctor, or if you're a midwife, or if you're a surgeon, depending on what job you're doing. Some people are like, if you're a pilot and you have to leave your home for long periods of time, so the nanny would be a better option of childcare. And the other thing is like in this, especially again in the fast-paced environment that we live in today, it helps to give the parents that work-life balance. Think about it. If the children go to a daycare, the parent still has to get the children ready, take them to the daycare, pick them up, bring them back, and do whatever they have to do. But at least with the nanny comes, they can get the children ready, take them to school, and then also pick them up and stay with them up until you come back. So that means that at least the nanny helps to take away that stress, that you get to be able to spend good quality time with your children. And if you're like me, we all know that young children can be quite a bit challenging, like especially getting them ready in the morning, when you probably have to also drop them somewhere and rush to catch the train to go to job. to a job, or picking them up and coming home, having to get them bathed, cook food and get them to bed. So you find that if you can afford a nanny, at least they afford you that flexibility of knowing that all the stressful bits have been done besides the stressful work that you've done, and when you come home you could probably sit down and read with your children, tuck them in bed when both of you are calm. So I strongly disagree when people say that nannies are a luxury. Nannies are not a luxury. Nannies are a very essential part of every family, and even if you can afford a nanny once or twice a week, whatever it is, you should literally consider having one. It is like some people consider getting their nails done. So whatever it is, a nanny should be something that at least every person, especially if you've got young children, that you should consider having, without feeling that, oh, I am not really that rich, I can't afford a nanny. Everybody can afford a nanny. And I think actually nannies can also help you to balance your mental health well-being with all the help and support they give, because we live in a society whereby that help is no longer available. The help we used to get from our grandparents, the help we used to get from our mothers. Sometimes people nowadays are having children when their mothers or parents are still working. So that means that nannies are going to become very, very required, are going to be a required thing of the future and now.